We're back with our new team. This is great having all of us together. There's so much excitement in the studio. And Robbie, want to chat with you a little bit more and hear some of your story and tell us about your family and also about your great church Harvest that you pastor just down the road.
Sure. Well, I guess how I came to Christ then, like really quick. Again, it was a DC Talk song called In the Light, which described where I was. I love what you were sharing about your story, Greg, too, because I came out of university and the concept of making money and dying, it just didn't seem to be right. All of a sudden it was empty, and that led me for the first time to genuinely look up and ask questions beyond myself. And that's where I found that in my misery, my emptiness, Jesus Christ became my total satisfaction and fulfillment. And so I had a very dramatic conversion to Jesus Christ that was night and day. My eyes were opened. I describe it as the road to Damascus for myself, and then everything would be changed. And so I never wanted to go into ministry, though. Like when I got saved, my grandfather was a pastor of small town Anglican church in Ontario, wonderful man, evangelical, but it was just like, that was my picture of it. I'm like, no thanks. I want to be fired up for Jesus, but maybe just serve in the church, but not in vocational ministry, but God tends to win. And so the calling came upon my life slowly but surely. I finally gave in. I met my wife Jill at that time. She didn't want to marry a pastor, I guarantee you that. And so the both of us were wrestling with this, but we've both finally surrendered. And to see what the Lord has done in this time with two people reluctant and yet trying to be, filled with faith for what God would do. So now we have 4 children. We have 2 boys and 2 girls. They're from age 13 down. It's been quite a ride. Wow. Our church started when the first year our first son was born. And so we're ministering Harvest Bible Chapel in Oakville. My wife and I were one of 2 couples where the church started.
Wow.
So we got to see this church literally from the bottom, ground up. And what a thrill. And when I gave into ministry, I said to the Lord, okay, Lord, if we're going to do this, let's see some lives changed. That's one of my greatest passions, too, is to see lives transformed for the gospel. And so a bit of a fleece, and God's been very, very kind. And honestly, even being here with you all right now, that's my motivation, too. The goal is to see lives change. So God, may you do it. May you do it. Life is short. We have this one chance. The gospel is awesome and beautiful. Jesus Christ is the answer. And so I'm praying that he will share his light and truth, and we'll see hundreds and thousands of people impacted.
Your passion is contagious.
I'm saying the sinner's prayer again. I'm doing the sinner's prayer again. Just in case.
You got saved again.
Yeah, this is great. This guy is so awesome.
Good time.
What is that, like 15 millionth time? Or,
I'm sure now. I'm comfortable with it.
Hungry hearts are always fed, man. They're always fed.
Yeah.
We're heading over to Kevin.
Yeah, you're in a new role, Kevin Huntley, on the road. What does that mean? People are going to get to see you face to face, not just on TV now.
Well, I get to actually take the stories, and I get to take the passion of what happens here, and I get to go and talk to people face to face.
Will you be hitchhiking along the way?
I may. You never know what's going to happen. There's always things that we can do, and hitchhiking may be a possibility. Okay. But I get to go not only to talk to donors, I get to talk to churches, I get to talk to corporations, people that want to be a part of what's happening. And I get to tell the story face to face. I've been here for a little while doing music and hosting, and
you're
I
still
get
going
this.
to be here. We're going to see you coming in out, but take a look at this on your screen right now. We want you to help know that we want to connect with you on the road. So whether you want the Huntley team in your church, if you want a special seminar, if you want to hear Kevin sing and bring some great music, here you go, Huntley on the road. This is connecting this studio with your church setting. And we really know that this country, coast to coast, is a big place, and we're overwhelmed. When we do our reach for going back and forth with the prayer lines, getting 1,200 calls every day, we're seeing them come in from every small town, every big city, everything. So Kevin, thank you for being the connector on the road. Kevin on the road.
There's a big difference between knowing the stories here and talking about it here and being able to convey that one-on-one.
Face-to-face, yeah.
And getting into the churches and meeting people and being able to tell them the impact that this place has around the world and around this country. And so that's a part that excites me. I get to do the same things I'm always doing and being here with you, but I get to kind of leave here and talk to people that can help us continue to do what we do.
But you'll still be being back. Your face will still be here. Not
they're
quite
stuck
as,
with me.
not
That's
quite daily,
just going to happen.
Yeah, very, very good.
You're part of the family, Kevin.